it's the next day, which is Monday,
July 4th.
July 4th. Welcome to Independence Day in America, where we celebrate how we escaped the English.
Yes, we celebrated last night, though, with fireworks.
Yeah.
Today will be very unpatriotic because we'll be driving home and then sleeping, probably. So.
And then neither of us are wearing red, white, or blue. A lot of Christopher's family yesterday were very patriotic. There were like 4 people who came in American flag shirts, which was pretty cool. And I was wearing red yesterday, that's kind of patriotic, and I'm super pale, and I have blue eyes, so I was totes patriotic yesterday.
Very much so.
So, anyway, hitting the road.
We literally just left a minute ago.
Yeah.
We pulled out of my parents' house a second ago, and we just... It was hard waking up this morning, but
very
we're on our way. Yeah.
It was a thing where we were laying there, we both hit snooze like 3 times, and then Chris was like, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, this is it. And so he got up, and he like tried to come lay back down, and I was like, go turn on the lights. You're not allowed back in this blow-up mattress. Like, you're getting up right now. And it's like he just like sat on the couch for like 10 minutes and stared at the floor. I was just like, I'm so tired.
I'm fine now, though. I'm all good.
We woke up feeling dead, so now we get to drive for 6.5 hours, which...
It says we'll be there at 2 p.m.
is much fun. Yeah, we could stop at the book barn, well, assuming that they're open on Independence Day, but we're not going to, which I know is like a crazy thing, but we've had such a crazy week and a long week, and plus we just got 1 billion books from me.
From her house, so...
California, that
it's
we're
like we just went to a free bookstore, like, let's hold off for a little while.
Yeah, so we decided not to. So we're not stopping at the book barn, which is really sad, but maybe we'll be able to go in a couple weeks. We're passing it up this time, so it's just going to be hopefully a quick drive where we don't stop at a bookstore for 5 hours. And of course, per Saturday, as we drove down here, we are going to turn on Harry Potter right now and just listen the whole way home. So many hours later, we're home. I don't even remember the last time we filmed.
We filmed in the car as we were leaving.
Okay, so that was it. We're home now, and it's like 7?
It's 7.
It's 7:09.
We got here around 3.
Yeah, and we're home, and we've just been working on stuff. We've been home since like 3-ish.
Yeah.
And we have eaten some food and done lots of stuff and been cleaning the apartment.
I was very close to just coming here and going right to sleep. But then we decided to do stuff to the apartment. Because when we walked in, this apartment is like full. There's almost no place to walk, no place to do anything. So like it was literally almost full. And I was just like, I feel really claustrophobic in here. So I wanted to, well, we started picking stuff up.
Yeah, we
started like organizing stuff a little bit.
Tidying and putting things away.
She did a lot more than I did. I made some food while she was putting up all the books and like reorganizing all the books because they were just kind of a mess. And each time I got up to do something, I was telling her this, and she told me that I should tell you guys because it's funny apparently. But whenever I would get up and try to do something, I would get up, look around for like a second, think to myself, wow, I hate this place, and go sit down back at the computer again, at her computer, because mine's still broken, and look at apartments. Like when I first got here, I was like, I want to look at apartments because I feel really crowded in here. So I did, and then I got up and tried to start working on stuff, and then I looked around again, and I was like, let me look again. And so I sat back down and looked again at a different site, and did it again and again until I ran out of sites to look on.
He did it like 5 times or something, and then like, he was doing it, and I was like...
Each time I got distracted, and like, she kept telling me, like, you can do this, you can do that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And then I got up to do those things, and then I was like, I'm going back to the computer.
And then, yeah, he'd work on it for a little bit, and then, yeah, he'd just look around, and then stop, and then... So I, like, hey, do you want to make food? And he's like, yeah. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, so are you making food? And he's like, oh yeah, I completely forgot. Sorry, I was looking at apartments again. And I was like, seriously? So, anyway, he made food. I worked on books, and then we both have been cleaning, organizing, and it's been feeling good. And we're going to keep doing that at least until it's dark.
Yeah.
So that we can fall asleep. But I'm like super hyper right now.
I didn't say that again.
Driving Christopher insane. I've just been singing and dancing.
She's not driving me insane. She's adorable.
I've been being a freak, and it's been really fun. Anyway, so I know what will help my hyperness.
The sugar?
Chocolate! Yes.
Chocolate and sugar. We're going to try the chocolate frog. It's been in the fridge since we got back on Saturday from the flight.
I, hand carried this all the way through the airport so that I wouldn't...
Yeah, because we want to keep the box good.
So we can at least display it on our shelf because it's very expensive.
Even if it doesn't end up tasting good, which I hope it will, it'll justify the expense so we can use it for decoration, at least.
Yeah.
Because it does look cool.
And it can go on our Harry Potter
shelf. It can go on a Harry Potter shelf with other Harry Potter stuff that we have.
Oh, I did want to talk to you guys about Harry Potter a little bit. I will. But we listened to Harry Potter. We finished it. I think that's the last thing we said is that we're listening to Harry Potter. So we finished it, and...
It was fun.
It was very fun.
I love listening to it. It made the drives go by really fast for me, at least. Because while I was driving, I was just super in the mood to listen to it. / read it. And I couldn't read, obviously, while I was driving. So listening to it was the next best thing. And it was fun. And it kept me going a lot of the time. So.
And I really love Jim Dale's narration. And I have, half the book memorized. So I would say, a lot of lines along with it. With his inflection and tone. So that was fun. I just, I'm a lot more critical of a reader than I was the last time I read it, which I think was a little over 2 years ago. And, I just found a lot more problems with it. Mm-hmm. So it's even though I really enjoyed it, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know. It was weird because I was just I found, a lot of really big plot holes and things that just didn't seem to make sense or were, missing from the story or things like that. So, I don't know. I feel really conflicted. I'm so sad because I'm I always just enjoyed it for the ride before, and now that I've been being such a critical reader recently and, been paying attention to things so much more in books that I was just that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense either. And just, finding all these things that don't really make sense. So... I mean, I still enjoyed it, and it was still really fun. And then after we finished it, Chris really wanted to start the second one. And I was like, I can start it for you, but, I don't want to listen along. Chris was like, yeah, it's fine. I want to listen to this album anyway. So he was listening to music. And then after he listened to that for a while, I guess he just, I'm not in the mood for this. So he ended up turning on Harry Potter music.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. We were both singing along.
Jamming out.
As we do.
It's a frog. Careful, it's going to hop away. Is it melty?
Okay, so we got Helga Hufflepuff.
Perfect. I'm a Hufflepuff,
Does
so that's
she
perfect.
switch?
I mean, she moves back and forth a little bit. She's a tiny bit 3D.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool card.
That's interesting. So it says, Helga Hufflepuff, medieval, precise dates unknown. One of the 4 celebrated founders of Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft, Hogwarts, trademark, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Helga Hufflepuff, trademark, was particularly famous for her dexterity at food-related charms, apparently. Many recipes traditionally served at Hogwarts feasts originate with Hufflepuff. That's probably why they live in the kitchen, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So that's really cool. We can display both of them. I knew we got a card in it, but I wasn't thinking about it as I opened it. I forgot as I opened it. It's I knew it, and when we bought it, I was oh, we get a card. But that's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have that now. You want to just put the chocolate frog on display on our shelf, too? Just kind of let it melt everywhere.
Oh, that sounds great, because it gets really hot in here.
Yeah.
So.
Especially considering the Harry Potter shelf was right near the window.
Next to the sun.
Yeah.
So. Oh, apparently I didn't need to rip the bag. It just fell right out.
It has no shape. Look at its giant head. It's really shapeless in the front.
Who designed this?
Why doesn't it look like a frog in the front? I guess it's impossible to make a mold like that, maybe? That's probably possible.
No, it's totally possible.
That looks really weird. looks like one of those, like, I don't even know.
I'm wondering if we should, like, get a knife and, like, carve it into a frog.
I'll bite its head off so we don't have to look at it anymore.
Go for it. Is it delicious chocolate?
I can't really bite that whole. I'll bite its foot off first, actually.
Is it too cold?
Mm-mm.
You like cold chocolate, though.
Mm-hmm. It's chocolate.
Don't bite the other foot. I need it.
It's pretty good chocolate. Tastes a lot like Hershey's. I mean...
See, I'm not a big fan of Hershey's chocolate.
It does taste a lot like Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah, which means I don't like it very much. Have fun. Here you
Am
go.
I eating the whole frog now?
Apparently.
I'm gonna see if I can bite one of its eyes off. It's a Cyclops frog now.
Wow, you're just going to town on that poor little froggy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're enjoying the experience of this, like, $100 chocolate bar that doesn't even have a good shape. Seriously, everything at Wizarding World, do you have to suck? Oh my gosh.
Alright, well, that's that. That's the chocolate frog. I'm not gonna eat this whole thing right now.
No, of course, but yeah, I wish I liked it more, but I had a feeling that I wouldn't like it very much.
It tastes like an Easter bunny. I used to get Easter bunnies all the time.
See, those aren't my favorite either.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to say, along with just quoting stuff from the book, like, along with it, a lot of times we'd, like, pause it or just talk over it and, like, quote things from the movie that aren't in the book, like exact phrasing or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very fun as well, because we were both doing it a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
after I did it for, like, the first 5 hours of the book, I think Chris started joining in more, because he was realizing that I wasn't going to stop. So he was like, okay, I'll join in too then. But, yeah. Also about our luggage, an update on that. We're going to probably get it tomorrow. Fingers crossed, because I don't think they do deliveries today, because it's Independence Day.
I'm really hoping
So,
the company...
you're really hoping?
Hoping that the company also that has a hard drive that they're sending to me sends it out tomorrow too. They said a few business days. That was a few days ago. So I'm really hoping I can get that soon. Because if I don't, then there's going to be like a whole month's worth of vlogs that I have to sit down and edit. Which is going to be really overwhelming. So.
But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We also, I feel like we could buy a frog mold and make our own chocolate frogs, and that would be really fun too.
Yeah, we could do that.
Reading Harry Potter again, listening to the first book again, it just makes me want to make all the food and treats from Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we may do.
I want some pumpkin pasties. We have to listen to the next book and make wands because I didn't get one in Harry Potter World and eat pumpkin pasties.
And cauldron cakes. And I'm going to make the cauldron cakes look like the cauldron cakes from the third game. So, I think it would be really fun to just do, a bunch of Harry Potter sweets at once and just, have a fun time with it. So, but I really wanted to open the frog because it's been in the refrigerator all week since Tuesday. So, for
almost a week.
6 days now, it's been in the refrigerator. And I was really afraid of, the box getting damp or warped.
Yeah.
And so, now it's safe, and now it can go sit on our shrine.
Yeah.
Thought I'd show you guys some of this, how the bookcases look a little bit more. These two shelves look awesome down here, and I packed so many books in. And then these shelves also look awesome over here. About as packed as they can be. And I've been sticking stuff on here as well that, yeah. Anyway, so things are looking pretty good, though. And over here is still a mess. But these look awesome, and I'm really happy with them. But it's late, and we're going to sleep. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.